It's finally delivered. This one. It was released 6 months ago. Finally.
I don't know how Apple delivers products to Latvia, but this specific monitor was ordered 158 days ago, so that's more than 5 months in waiting since order to delivery. But whatever, finally it is here. I asked my coworker what he's thinking about my monitor upgrade. So what's your opinion about that monitor, hot or not? Okay, whatever.
So, this is not detailed review or something like that. I'm using that monitor for about a week, but now I got some packages delivered with accessories for that monitor, basically for setup, and my setup is a mess. I just have to do something with that is total mess. I have to clean a little bit up, and I'm not happy with those monitors that I'm using now side by side, and I will show you why. My old monitor and new monitor doesn't fit together at all. Okay, here we have two monitors side by side, Apple Studio display and my old monitor Samsung M7. This monitor, it is not max brightness or something, that is just whatever automatically set brightness during the day, yeah, in a relatively dark room. That monitor, it can't get any brighter. So let me show it closer. So Samsung M7, Apple Studio display. Can you see a difference? Significant, right?
So I decided to clean up my setup, did some coding in the middle, removed external 32-inch 4K monitor. Also there are way too much cables, those two keyboards on the desk just make everything a bit messy. Apple Studio display has built-in USB hub with USB-C connectors, but I still have few accessories with USB-A cables. I have USB hub with Ethernet connector hidden under the desk, but it is relatively slow and not 100% reliable.
Why in 2022 we still have cables like that?
I bought vintage USB-C to USB-A adapters to connect the most important devices directly to the display. Adapters support 5 gigabits per second data transfer speed, which is the only parameter you should consider while buying adapters. The microphone don't need high connection speed, but connection should be reliable, therefore I am connecting it directly to the display. Another port with adapter is used by external drive. As you may know, internal MacBook SSDs are built from pure gold and they are extremely expensive, so I am using external drives to have extra space for all the media file, backups, video projects and so on. I highly recommend getting one of them. I have one 2 TB, another one 5 TB external drives, both are Seagate drives. I'm using those for a few years without problems, really like them, highly recommending to get one to stop fighting with full SSD drive. Desk mat is not really display accessory, but they come all together in one package, so here you have unboxing for that as well. Also, you would like to get some extra cables for your Apple Studio display. I have my MacBook on the desk next to the display, but if I would like to move it out of the view, I will need a longer cable. I'm using one of the ports at the back of the Studio display to connect my iPad, and I can use my iPad as external screen, and it is always connected, always charged. Also, I got a few extra cables for my iPhone. Even though I like to use my iPhone stand for charging, I prefer to use a cable for programming sessions to keep a connection to Xcode strong. You will need this cable if you have a PC and want to connect to Apple Studio display and play some games. No one should buy Apple Studio display as gaming monitor, but if you already have it, why do not use it for games as well? This will be my gaming monitor until I decide to start playing competitive games, and that will likely never happen. Last but not least in my purchase package is lights. Please don't judge my RGB lights. We are getting about 6 hours of daylight in winter. It is dark and depressive without extra lights. Okay, agree, RGB is not for everyone, but anyways, I'm recommending to get light bar for your display. Light bar lights lead all the workspace in front of you without hitting your eyes or screen, and you don't need any extra space on the desk for it.
Okay, most likely that is how my setup will look like. Probably I will stick with that, just my monitor, iPad and MacBook screen as secondary screens, so I like that monitor so much that I removed all the external monitors, my 32-inch 4K Samsung M7 and 24-inch 4K LG monitors, and I'm using that as my monitor. We'll see. Don't judge my cable management. We'll see. I will give kind of test drive to this setup. If that will work fine for streaming, then I will stick with that. I like how it looks, I like how it feels. It is just perfect. And yeah, a few words about that Apple Studio display. Yeah, that price tag is kind of high, but you know, that monitor will work, I don't know, for 5, 10, even more years. So dividing that price on all those years, that is just fine. And also you're paying that invoice once, and I don't know, I already forget that that invoice, and I'm really enjoying to use that Studio display every day. So do I recommend it for programmers? Yes, if you are using macOS, then absolutely recommending, especially because of proper macOS scaling. Difference between this monitor and all the other monitors that I have is huge. But that is topic for another video. So let me know if you have any questions about that setup. All those accessories that I used, I think those are useful to have. I will link those below in description. So yeah, and like maybe. See you.